Time for some of your email questions on this Monday. And Pat, this first one is from Judy, who says, what's the difference between using a mortgage company and getting a home loan through your local bank? Do you think one is better than the other?
Well, Judy, the local bank may not give you a loan, so you can, a mortgage company, that's why it's better. You can get the money.
For starters.
If you have a bad credit rating, you have to have pristine credit, good income, and all the rest of it to get a bank loan, whereas a mortgage company is a little bit more lenient. They may charge higher fees, but now I understand some of them are competing with one another to see if they can't place loans, so you might get a good deal. But that's the principle difference. The lending standards aren't as rigorous as they are with a bank.
This is Reese, who says, my grandmother usually gives me a fairly sizable check for Christmas and tells me to get whatever I want. Rather than using it to buy the latest tech toy like I usually do, I thought about investing it. What would you recommend to a rookie investor?
I think I'd start, given the state of things today, I'd start with a gold ETF, exchange-traded fund. They used to be called Street Tracks. They've got various names. But they actually hold gold, and they price their shares as if it were 1/10 of an ounce of gold. So if gold's selling for, say, $1,200, then the share would cost $120. So you can, however much money you got, get that many shares, and that'd be a start. Yeah, there are a lot of other things I could recommend to you, but you see, that's the one big purchase. So try that one and then build on that.
Okay. This is Jan, who says, I'm trying to cut costs on my heating bill by turning down the thermostat, but I hate feeling cold. A friend suggested that my house would feel warmer if I kept it humidified. Would a humidifier be a good investment?
What I understand, Jan, the answer is yes. It keeps your house cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. There's the perception. Dry air is you know, a little bit more rigorous, and the moist air has a tendency to make you feel warmer.
Better for your furniture, too.
A lot better, yeah.
It is really.
Otherwise, the dry heat will crack your doors and all the rest. Sorry.
This is from Barbara, who says, I need to set up a financial and health power of attorney. Do I need to go through a lawyer to do that?
Brenda, I think so, but I wonder what that financial power of attorney you're talking about. But I definitely think on that one you need a lawyer. You could. I just don't understand what it is you're doing.
Just to be sure you've done it right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you really know what it is, you can do it yourself. But I'm a little scared to say I need to do this. Why do you need one? What is it you're? Are you planning to get sick? Or you think you're ill? Or you're in a nursing home? I mean, what's the deal?
Well, it's either her or someone else, maybe. You know, it could be a parent or something that she's helping.
Yeah, it could be one of them. But you need to know what the need is and how much money is involved and all the rest of it. But
Okay.
All right.
This is Ed, who says, I'm a grandfather and thought about taking out a life insurance policy on my new grandson. Someone suggested it as a way to save for college expenses. What do you think?
Ed, I don't know whether you're insuring me in favor, you in favor of your grandson, or you're going to put a policy, the way it said, I'm going to put a policy on him. Well, I don't know why you'd want a policy on a newborn.
Maybe life insurance, setting up a life that would accrue over the years.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, you could save it yourself and do a whole lot better. If you have disciplined saving, you don't have to pay brokerage costs and sales commissions and all the rest of it. So I just don't understand what you're doing. On the other hand, if you insure yourself and when you die, the money goes to your grandchild, that's a different matter. And yes, of course, you'd want life insurance. What else?
This is Suzette, who says, you suggested that college students check out educational grants. Where can I find out about those? And does it matter what I major in?
I don't think so, but why don't you go to your college that you're looking for and ask? Any college could give you, and there are books that cover these things. And there are also grants specific for a region, for example, for all those people who come from Melfa or whatever. You know, there's some wealthy person may have set up a scholarship fund. Nobody's asking for it. So there are books, but ask your college, the one that you're interested in, if they'd give you the literature. They have it, and they can give it to you. All right.
This is Mary, who says, Dear Pat, I'm having trouble finding out how to invest in a Euro mutual fund. Do you have any comments or advice?
Well, sure. Here again, ask a broker. Well, I mean, about a mutual fund would be shares. So there are a number of mutual funds that deal with companies that, you know, are trading in euros. I mean,
Right.
they're from Sweden or Germany or someplace in the European bloc, and you can find a whole list of them. You know, somebody like Fidelity could give you information about that if that's what you're looking for. I mean, but there is, that's the what I think you're talking about.